This is a sample hitting evaluation from Baseball Total Access. The first thing we're going to do is let the player see his swing, see him load, stride, move, contact, extension, and follow through. Of course, and we'll take him through and show him some things and that type of thing. And then, of course, we want to show him those same things with a major leaguer to his right. So we got a major leaguer to his right, and what we're going to do is we're going to show him your ready position, then their load, and you can see we've got a player on the right, Euclid, who starts his hands high, feet together on the load, brings his hands down and his knee up. My player on the left, of course, he starts his hands about shoulder high, and of course he just takes them back just a little bit and lifts his foot off the ground. Then we go to our stride, and you can see on the stride here, the major leaguer is very square in his legs, knees are inside, he's not cheating at all, back shoulders up, front shoulders down to the ball. My high school player's got his back shoulder up, front shoulder down, cheating a little bit on the front side, leaking, okay, back side's okay, so you can see it there, okay. What we want to do as we show them their swings is we get them on their launch position. That's when the heel gets down, not when the toe touches, but when the heel gets down. And you can see that their launch positions are a little bit different. High school players' launch position is about nose high, and the pro players, right there it is, the top of the strike zone is shoulder right there. Okay, so we'll show them where their launch position is, and this is important later as we show their approach. Now, most major leaguers approach at 11 degrees to the ball. That's the common number that they all approach. So as I take Euclid to the ball, you can see his hands stay pretty much on that line, that 11-degree line, as he gets into the move position. A high school player, you'll see, because he starts his hands so high, he has to drop his hands down. And of course, as he lays the bat out, he's below the line. All right, and of course, this tells us, as we talk about launch position, A to B to C, you can see he's got that little loop there, where of course major leaguer, he stays right on that line. Okay. Also, as you watch their swing right here, as we get them both in that move position, watch the first move of Euclid on the right. His first move, that bat stays right against his elbow. He's dropping the barrel down to the ball. The knob is pointing up. The barrel is going down. Okay, where here you're going to see the high school player, he points his bat toward the wall, and of course his bat is coming away from his body. And this is important because this is where you see what happens on the follow through. As we get to extension, the major leaguers always extend high, and high schoolers always extend pointing to the ground. The pointing to the ground is because the bat gets away from your body. If you keep the bat inside, you'll finish high. Okay. Next thing we want to go back and look at is our lower body usage, how we use our lower body. And we'll take them both back once again to the launch position, and we'll draw a line up from their back foot. And you'll see most major leaguers, almost all major leaguers' hands will start inside that back line, inside or right over their foot, where most high school players have their hands behind their back foot. And this is why the swing gets long. As we watch Euclid go forward, his bat does not go behind that line, his barrel, which tells us he has a short swing. Or if we watch the high school player, his bat goes behind the line, and we can see that his swing is about 10 inches to a foot too long. Okay, because the bat's getting away from his body. The other thing you're going to see here is they come to contact, major leaguer's foot comes off the line and the lower body gets into the ball. Most high schoolers keep their foot on the line, and actually you can see part of the foot behind the line, so we're actually losing ground instead of gaining ground into the ball. Okay, so that's an important thing here as you see that approach. The other thing you'll see is as major leaguers pull the bat through, you can see that there's no gap here on the shoulder. They pull that bat through and there's no gap. You can see right here the gap, and of course that makes it a little bit longer swing as he's pulling through. He's starting to pull it across, but you can see the gap on the back shoulder there as they move to the ball, as they get in that move position. And one player staying inside, dropping the head of the bat down on the ball, finishing high. other player getting away, okay, and with a low extension, okay. What we're going to do now is we'll bring in another player and another pro model, and we'll go back and we'll use Mauer here. And what we're going to show you here, that's the wrong Mauer, I want a different Mauer. This is the Mauer I want right here. Joe Mauer, you can see as he gets his heel down, he gets that heel down right there, that's his approach, okay. And what we're going to do is we'll put a clock up in the right hand corner, and that is the start of the swing. You can see he's starting to swing, and as he gets the contact, he makes contact at 13/100ths of a second. Actually, that ball's coming off his bat, so he might be around 12 actually, okay. And most major leaguers are between 1 and 13/100ths of a second to contact. High school players are typically 15 to 18. Players that go on to college are in that 12 to 13 window. The quickest we've had is 1/10 of a second. Chase Utley, Bryce Harper's also at times 1/10 of a second to the ball.